Hello there, YTPC. I always want to say that wrong somehow. It's Dave, OBX Piper here. Been absent for a while. Was my intention was to put out a video every week, but I tried to cut my leg off, and that kind of slowed me down a little bit. But I'm on the mend. Been around water all my life, hopping on and off of boats, and I went to hop on a buddy of mine's boat right before Memorial Day and misjudged it. Ended up cutting my leg down to the bone on his lift. It was nasty. I'd show it to you, but it would gross you out. But it's on the mend now, and I'm feeling good. So happy 4th of July to everyone. I'm smoking a little Oric Golden Slices in my little Bones poker. Washing it down with some Arsenal cider. That's probably backwards. Anyway, this stuff is made in Pittsburgh. It's good stuff. I think this is Grierson's Ginger. It's good. Goes well with tobacco. You know, these times have been very interesting lately. First the lockdown, now all this social unrest. And I'm a proud Virginian. I was born and raised in Virginia and live on the Outer Banks now, but I have mixed emotions about them tearing down monuments to the Confederacy. I know it's a sensitive subject for a lot of people. I can understand that. But being a Virginian, I don't know about any other state in the Union, but growing up being a Virginian, you were always a Virginian first and then a U.S. citizen second. And that's exactly how the Confederate soldiers felt back then. They were fighting for Virginia. They weren't fighting for the Confederacy. And they weren't fighting for slavery, because virtually none of them owned any slaves. So tearing down monuments to the Civil War dead, or the War of Northern Aggression, like we like to call it here, it just kind of doesn't sit well with me. There's a little bitty cemetery in Newport News, and it's got a statue of a woman looking off into the distance crying. And it's a monument to Civil War dead that did not return home. Well, there's a movement afoot to rip that down. Now, how in the world does that offend anyone? It's not Robert E. Lee. It's not Jefferson Davis. It's not Stonewall Jackson. It's a woman crying. But that's how far things go all the time. We always go to the extreme, no matter what. So it just annoys me a little bit. But I mean, I'll get over it. Times are changing. And like I said, I understand the sensibilities some people have. Like with Mississippi changing their flag, that should have been done a long time ago. But I don't know. It seems like we go too far on these issues sometimes. There's some kind of weird little bug trying to get in on my party. Anyway, I hope everybody's well where you are. The virus has gone absolutely apeshit down here. Before they opened the bridges back up before Memorial Day, we had 19 cases. Now we're probably approaching 130 now. They had 21 cases off of one party that somebody had down in Hatteras. So people are just totally disregarding the mask thing. Most of the locals are wearing them. It's funny, tourists are coming from states that are riddled with this virus where they have to wear a mask, and they come down here and they don't. So it's causing a lot of animosity and a lot of gnashing of teeth. I wear mine everywhere. You know, where some people think it doesn't help. Well, what does it hurt? You know, if it doesn't help, it doesn't help. But if it does help, then you're covered. So I don't understand how it's become a political thing. But there's a lot I don't understand. And I always thought the older I got, the more I would understand. That's not the case. It's funny, around the fall of the Berlin Wall, I was thinking, Well, at least I'm going to live long enough for America still to be a superpower when I pass away. Because civilizations rise and fall. We're not going to be on top forever. But now I have a very real fear that I will see the fall of the United States in one form or another. It's already underway. But I digress, and I'm getting a little morbid. It's a beautiful day here in the Outer Banks. I'm hanging out in the brew pub. We just kegged a brown, but we made a little mistake. My partner thought I had dry hopped it. I thought he had done it. It didn't happen, but the stuff is delicious. So, happy accident. We're thinking about either doing a bacon brown ale, and we also have started a pepper garden. So there's going to be some like a jalapeno pepper porter in our future too. So good things are happening. I hope everyone's well. I hope everyone's happy. Don't drink too much. Be kind or be quiet. See you later.